I can confidently say that the new season of Peacemaker was a 7 out of 10. There wasn't anything miracle about it, but there wasn't anything particularly bad to an extent that it would ruin the show greatly. I think that the main villain of this series is actually the pacing. The fact that they have to comply to an 8-episode formula in a comedy series makes it really hard for them to pull off jokes because they can't really land the jokes and then stick with them because they have to move the plot forward. And they also couldn't move the plot forward enough at the same time because there were parts of the series, like the alternate Earth, that just were not well fleshed out. Like, for example, spoiler, when Blue Dragon died, I didn't feel bad because from our perspective, we just don't know enough about him. Sure, he had good morals, but he also wasn't really doing anything that crazy to be proactive in changing his world. So from the outside looking in, he's just a complacent dude in a bad place who's just like, yeah, I mean, I don't agree with them, but I'm fine. But also at the same time, though, it feels like a lot of the characters were kind of dumbed down. I feel like the only two characters that I actually grew to like even more than I already did was Economos and Vigilante, especially Vigilante. Vigilante is great this season. I feel like John Cena's acting is really, really good for Peacemaker, but I feel like his relationship with Harcourt was extremely dragged out, but also rushed at the same time. It's an overarching thing, where just Harcourt's just kind of acting like a tsundere for the entire season. I get that, but Jesus. I don't even really think that Harcourt's that good of a love interest for him at all. I know that her whole thing is that she's messy and Peacemaker loves her for it still, but that doesn't really mean much to them. And I felt like early on in the season they kind of dumbed down Adebayo's character so that a lot more goofy stuff would happen. But I'm glad by the end they brought back her competent. She's laid back as she always was. It's just it felt like they intentionally wrote her as dumb so that a lot of the jokes can land. At least that's only an early season problem. They fixed that. I think that the whole Argus thing was kind of dumb, especially since it led into the ending of the finale, but the finale's ending was very unsatisfactory, and it left me wanting more, but not in a good way. It's kind of this is just kind of where you're just going to leave me off. It's like they dropped me off halfway through a season, where it feels like Peacemaker's supposed to get back, but the season finale of his own show is that he's stuck in an alternate dimension and he has no way of getting out. But why? Anyways, I don't want to be too critical of it. But I mean, I think I'm gonna stick with that 7, maybe a 7.2. The season itself didn't really seem to be the problem. It was the fact that they didn't have enough episodes to really explore the ideas that they wanted to. And they're trying to stick to the formula that every other show has been put into a mold of. They can't even break out of the 8-episode mold. It's clearly killing the pacing of a lot of these shows. That's why a lot of these shows recently have had bad pacing issues. Besides the ones that have hour-long episodes. I wouldn't even mind the shorter episodes of Peacemaker if there were just more episodes. But that's all I have to say. Alright, bye!